What if I told you there's a JDM legend out there that can outrun a Supra, outslide an S chassis, and still haul your friends in comfort, all without breaking the bank? It's got a turbocharged inline-six rear-wheel drive, 5-speed manual, and the kind of street cred that'll get you nods from real car heads. This isn't your average sedan. This is the Toyota Chaser, specifically the JZX90 and JZX100, a car that never officially made it to the US but became a global icon thanks to touge battles, drift scenes, and JDM culture. And today, we're diving deep into why the Chaser is one of the most underrated, overpowered, and downright coolest cars Toyota ever built. So, buckle up. The Toyota Chaser isn't a one-off. It's the product of 6 generations of Japanese precision. Back in the 70s, Toyota had a trio of siblings under its Mark II family tree: the Mark II, the Cresta, and the Chaser. The Chaser was the sportiest of the three, the one that catered to people who wanted a little more aggression, a little more performance, and a whole lot more potential. By the time the JZX90 rolled out in 1992, the Chaser had fully embraced its identity as the four-door rebel of Toyota's lineup. It shared DNA with the Supra. Same inline-six engines, same RWD layout, same bulletproof reliability. But unlike the Supra, the Chaser had sleeper vibes. No wild curves, no flashy wings, just a clean executive sedan. That happened to be packing a 1JZ GTE. Then, in 1996, Toyota dropped the JZX100. More refined, more modern, but just as wild under the hood. These weren't just family sedans. They were tuners, drifters, and street kings in disguise. The JZX90 from 1992 to 1996 was the revolution. It introduced the twin-turbo 1JD JZ GTE, 276 horsepower, 268 pound-foot of torque. Rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive depending on the trim. Optional 5-speed manual or 4-speed auto. Meanwhile, the JZX100 from 1996 to 2001 refined everything single-turbo 1JZ GTE VVTi added. More mid-range torque, improved fuel economy and emissions, smoother suspension setup, even tighter chassis. Both platforms are beloved. JZX90 for its rawness, JZX100 for its balance. Whichever you pick, you're getting a platform that can drift, grip, cruise, and destroy tires with equal ease. Let's talk about the real star of the show, the 1JZ GTE. This 2.5L inline-six engine was Toyota's answer to the RB26. In the JZX90, has twin turbos, 276 HP, officially limited real numbers, often higher, 268 pound-foot of torque. In the JZX100 single turbo, with VVTi, slightly more torque, lower in the rev range. Easier to upgrade and tune. Either way, this engine is a tank. It'll eat boost laugh at abuse and hit 500 plus HP with just bolt-ons and tuning. Drifters love it. Tuners worship it. It revs smoothly, boosts quickly, sounds aggressive, and it's backed by one of the most reliable powertrains in JDM history. At first glance, the Chaser looks like your uncle's company car. But take a closer look. Low stance, subtle aero lines, optional factory kits, clear headlights, and sleek taillights. It's sharp, it's clean, it's timeless. Inside, supportive bucket-style seats, especially in Tourer V trims. Analog gauges. Optional digital climate controls, factory CD changer. And if you're lucky, you'll find a manual transmission paired with a factory LSD. It's simple analog and driver-focused, a perfect mix of comfort and control. The Chaser never got the spotlight it deserved. Why? Because it was never sold in the US. It flew under the radar while Supra's Skylines and RX-7s soaked up the fame, but those who know. Today, the Chaser is a cult icon, featured in drift videos across Japan, used by pros in D1GP and Formula Drift, showcased in option magazines, idolized in Gran Turismo and Initial D circles. It was never about flash. It was always about function. This is where the Chaser gets really fun. Thanks to the 1JZ engine and RWD chassis, the possibilities are endless bolt-on turbo upgrades. Full drift setup with angle kits and coilovers. VIP-style builds with air suspension and wide-body kits from 500 to 700 horsepower street monsters. Aftermarket support is massive front-mount intercoolers, exhausts, ECUs, turbos, chassis bracing, drift knuckles, wide wheels, and body kits. Whether you're building a show car, a drift missile, or a sleeper street weapon, the Chaser delivers. Now let's talk numbers. As of now, 2025, clean JZX90s go from $12,000 to $20,000, $32,000, depending on mods. JZX100s fetch from $20,000 to $35,000 for nice examples. Tourer V models with manual swaps expect $30,000 easily, and prices are climbing. Why JDM demand is rising. US 25-year import rule just made JZX100 legal. Limited supply, high demand. So if you want one move fast, check for rust accident damage and hacked wiring. Make sure it's not beat to hell by a wannabe drifter. Buy a clean one. Take care of it. You'll thank yourself later. All right, fam. That's the Toyota Chaser, one of the most slept-on sedans Toyota ever built. If you love underrated JDM monsters like this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. Would you pick the Chaser over a Skyline or a Supra? Let me know what JDM legend you want to see next. Until then, keep it sideways. Peace.